So Donald Trump actually went out and said it. He said that Tylenol is linked to autism for children, especially during the pregnancy. Women given Tylenol, which is basically paracetamol. That's how it's known in the rest of the world. Tylenol is a commercial brand name. It's paracetamol, the medication, and it is dirt cheap because everywhere in the world it's sold as a generic medication that is super cheap, a few cents, if that. Except in the United States, where, well, things work a little bit different. But let's listen to what Donald Trump had to say.
Effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol.
Yeah.
During pregnancy can be associated.
Again, let me know in the comments, do you have access to generic medication from labs that is much cheaper than Tylenol, or is it something that's not available where you are? I'd like to see how it goes for different people in different countries.
With a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. So I think you shouldn't take it. And you shouldn't take it during the entire pregnancy. They may tell you that toward the end of the pregnancy, you shouldn't take it during the entire. And you shouldn't give the child the Tylenol every time he's born and he goes and has.
Okay, enough on this. All right. Is Tylenol the reason why autism is skyrocketing? I don't know, man. I'm not a billionaire. I don't have people making my own research for me. I have no clue. The one thing I can tell you is that I have very little doubt that taking a bunch of medications is not good. There's no doubt about that. Whatever it is, taking anything, right? Any drug you're taking will probably have some side effects, some impact on your health. And the more crap you take, the worse it probably is. Now, I'm not saying don't take an aspirin if you have a headache, or antibiotics if you have an infection. There's stuff from modern medicine that is really amazing. No one denies that. But also, we need to accept a simple fact, which is the medical community, doctors, these labs, all of the pharmaceutical company, and business in general need sick people. Let me make this perfectly clear for you to understand. If most people in the Western world starts eating 30% less, and of course, if you're morbidly obese, maybe even more so, but let's basically put a round number, and everyone is a little bit less, everyone can only afford 30% less food than before, right? Maybe that's not the best way, because people will buy cheaper crap and it has a negative impact. There's a lot of very poor, very fat people. It's actually, fat people tend to be some of the poorest people. Some of those morbidly obese people you see, they tend to be some of the poorest people around. They just feed themselves with crap, that's it. If people start eating 30% less of whatever they're eating right now, the entire global economy collapses. Why? Because just by eating 30% less for most of the developed Western world, I'm not talking about people starving right now. I'm not talking about giving even less food to fucking starving kids in Africa or Gaza right now. I'm talking about people that can use to eat. You would have such a dramatic increase in the health level of the general population. Most diseases are associated to obesity and excess of food. That's what most medical and not even going into some of the morbidly obese people that will never see 40 because their hearts just will not take it. Just eating 30% less would have such a massive impact in your health that you would have to take most of the medications. Your blood pressure would drop, right? All of those indicators are fucked up, and that's why you're giving a little pill. That little pill will not even be necessary for you once you get healthier because you're not eating as much. What happens when everyone is healthy? There's no need for as many doctors. If doctors are only going to check it once in a while on a bunch of people or some accident or some specific disease, but not the things that could be avoided, they do not sustain themselves with a healthy society. That's why they need to make people sick. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. No, it's not. It's the same labs that are owned by the same people that own these same media groups, that own the same food companies, the same junk food that they make, all of the fucking poison in your food. These are all the same people. It's not accidental. They do not want healthy people. They want stupid, sick people that makes them rich. And will never vote against them as well. That's also always something, and not even realizing that you're being fucking enslaved. That's what they want. Now, Trump has just said this. I'm happy that he said it, right? Probably something that there's some evidence in favor of. Yeah, Tylenol does increase the numbers in autism in children. Is he actually going to do something about this? Robert Kennedy Jr., is he going to do something about the vaccine mafia as well? And when I say vaccine mafia, I'm not saying that, oh, you're an anti-vax. I'm not an anti-anything. Not anti-anything and not even anti-vaxxer. No. But, dude, you have to realize that it's a massive business. They're just looking to get you injected with whatever as many times as possible just to make money. It's always down to the same thing. Will he touch these interests now that he called it out? Let's have to wait and see. I have my doubts, but I will be happily surprised if he does.